7th of August 2023. Lovely viewers, wherever you're tuning in from, glad to have you on board to Somalia's premier #1 station for news and updates. I'm your presenter, Abdurrahman Yusuf. Before we delve into a full bulletin, first let's take a look at the stories that are making our headlines. Galmudug traditional elders unite to fight against Al-Shabaab. Somali army and allies wipe out 45 militants during a joint operation. China donates 150,000 Somali disaster management. US-Somalia strengthened bilateral relations, discuss counter-terrorism efforts. In a momentous gathering that took place on Sunday night, Galmudug's esteemed traditional elders expressed their steadfast commitment to supporting the federal government's mission to liberate the country from the clutches of terrorism.
In a momentous gathering that took place on Sunday night, Galmudug's esteemed traditional elders expressed their steadfast commitment to supporting the federal government's mission to liberate the country from the clutches of terrorism. The meeting, held in the administrative capital of Galmudug state, served as a platform for President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud to underscore the vital role played by the traditional elders in the counter-terrorism strategy. President Mahmoud emphasized the leadership and influence of the traditional elders in mobilizing communities, providing encouragement, guidance and unwavering support to the armed forces. The objective of this collective effort is to liberate the remaining areas under the control of Al-Shabaab, an extremist group that has caused immense suffering and instability in Galmudug state. During the address, President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud specifically highlighted the significant challenge posed by the Khawarij, a term denoting individuals who deviate from the principles of the Islamic faith. He emphasized the elders' responsibility in uniting the populace and playing a pivotal role in assisting the national army to eliminate the terrorists responsible for the wanton shedding of innocent blood. Concurrently, Somali Prime Minister Hamza Abdi Barre made a groundbreaking announcement, revealing the commencement of the second phase of the anti-Al-Shabaab operation in the country. The operation, aimed at eradicating the influence of Al-Shabaab, will primarily focus on Galmudug and Hirshabelle states, with subsequent operations planned for Jubaland and the southwest regions. Prime Minister Hamza further divulged that the government had meticulously prepared approximately 10,000 soldiers who are dedicated to participating in this second phase. These troops, armed with a resolute determination, are poised to confront and neutralize Al-Shabaab's presence, thereby restoring peace and stability to the affected regions. The federal government's comprehensive approach, reinforced by the collaboration between traditional elders and the armed forces, signifies a major step forward in the fight against terrorism in Somalia. The unwavering support and active involvement of Galmudug's traditional elders, as demonstrated in their meeting with President Mahmoud, manifest the unity and determination of the nation to overcome the scourge of terrorism. As the anti-Al-Shabaab operation progresses, the collaborative efforts between the federal government, traditional elders and the armed forces will serve as a beacon of hope, promising a brighter future for Somalia.
The Chinese government has generously contributed 150,000 to the Somali Disaster Management Agency, SODMA, to aid in the ongoing efforts to rehabilitate the recently liberated areas from the grip of Al-Shabaab militants and alleviate the suffering drought-affected regions.
China has donated $150,000 to the Somali National Disaster Management Agency, SODMA, to help people affected by drought and those in areas recently liberated from the Al-Shabaab militants. The donation was handed over to SODMA Commissioner Mohammed Maalim Abdulle at the agency's headquarters in Mogadishu Sunday by the Chinese Ambassador Fei Shengchao. Ambassador Fei Shengchao and Commissioner Abdulle also discussed ways to strengthen cooperation between China and Somalia in the areas of disaster management and aid distribution. The donation from the Chinese government is a significant step in the cooperation between Somalia and China in addressing issues related to disaster management as Somalia continues to navigate the challenges posed by Al-Shabaab and climate-related disasters. The collaboration between China and SODMA stands as shining example of international solidarity and collective action.
The Somali National Army, in conjunction with international partners, has dealt a significant blow to the notorious group Al-Shabaab. A successful joint operation conducted in the Hiran region of the central Somalia resulted in the elimination of 45 militants, including 10 high-ranking leaders.
In a major blow to the notorious militant group, 45 Al-Shabaab fighters, including 10 high-ranking leaders, have been eliminated during a highly successful joint military operation led by the Somali National Army. The operation, carried out in the strategic Hiran region of central Somalia, marks a significant victory in the ongoing fight against Al-Shabaab. Reliable sources within the Somali National Army have confirmed to Dalsan TV that the mercilessly planned operation unfolded the past few days in the remote town of Qobihas, located 80 kilometers south of Bulaburte. The targeted assault resulted in the neutralization of 45 militants, effectively dismantling their activities in the region. The successful outcome of this joint operation not only signifies the unwavering determination of the Somali army, but also highlights the invaluable collaboration between the international partners and the Somali National Army, who have demonstrated their steadfast commitment to eradicating terrorism from Somali oil.
In a significant move to enhance bilateral relations between Somalia and the United States, Somali Prime Minister Hamza Abdi Barre welcomed Hamza Warfa, Senior Democracy and Human Rights Advisor in the U.S. State Department, at his office in the capital city of Mogadishu on Sunday. The meeting, which covered a wide range of topics, emphasized the need for shared principles of human rights and democracy that form the foundation of the partnership between the two nations.
In a significant move to enhance bilateral relations between Somalia and the United States, Somali Prime Minister Hamza Abdi Barre welcomed Hamza Warfa, Senior Democracy and Human Rights Advisor in the U.S. State Department, at his office in the capital city of Mogadishu on Sunday. The meeting, which covered a wide range of topics, emphasized the shared principles of human rights and democracy that form the foundation of the partnership between the two nations. Expressing his gratitude for the visit, Prime Minister Barre commended the esteemed U.S. official for making the trip to Somalia. During the meeting, Prime Minister Barre provided an overview of his administration's programs in combating terrorism and outlined plans aimed at revitalizing and reinforcing economic and political reforms in the country. In response, Mr. Warfa extended his appreciation to Prime Minister Hamza Abdi Barre for the warm reception, emphasizing the U.S. government's unwavering commitment to supporting Somalia across various fronts, including counter-terrorism operations, development projects, and state-building processes. He expressed confidence in the ongoing development and progress achieved by the federal government and called for further intensification of these efforts. The arrival of Hamza Warfa in Mogadishu on Sunday morning was met with a warm welcome at Aden Adde International Airport by government ministers, members of parliament, and other senior officials. The meeting between Prime Minister Barre and Mr. Warfa is expected to have a significant impact on the cooperation between the US and Somalia. The United States has been a steadfast supporter of Somalia, providing assistance in various fields, particularly in the fight against extremism, the initiation and implementation of development projects, and state-building endeavors. Additionally, the world giant has extended a helping hand to millions of Somalis affected by drought and other natural calamities. The discussions held between Prime Minister Hamza Abdi Barre and Senior Advisor Hamza Warfa mark an important milestone in the strengthening of bilateral ties between Somalia and the United States.
Lovely viewers, that's all we have prepared for you tonight from RDSK in Mogadishu. I wish to thank the Dalsan Media fraternity for making this news bulletin a success. Wherever you're tuned in from, have yourselves a blessed night and keep tabs for more stories in our subsequent bulletins.